I'm going to change the subject now, if that's okay with you. Because most of the folks they listening in or watching us don't understand what goes on inside a real estate office. I don't think anybody's ever dealt with this. I wanted to explore this. So, okay, let's start off. Tuesday, can you explain what happens on a Tuesday morning? Generally, all the agents come in on a Tuesday morning, and we have a meeting, at least once a week. So could you just expand on that?
Yeah, and I think typically, I don't know where it started, but Tuesdays, I think most brokerages have a Tuesday morning meeting. And so we typically, it's pretty laid back, informal. We like to have we have some good laughs here as well. And but the idea is I like to be able to pass on anything I've learned. I've been involved with at the board level.
You were the president, weren't you?
I was the president a couple of years ago, yeah. And I was on the board, I don't know, it was probably close to 10 years. So you get a handle on I think you pay more attention to what's going on in real estate as a whole versus if you're not involved. And I got involved because you don't complain. Like I've always had that approach. If you're going to be the whiner complainer, get involved.
Do something.
Yeah, and I'm not a whiner or complainer, but I'm just saying. I grew up in that. My father was always involved with the board, and he was, at RIA, he was involved with RICO. So you grow up in that environment, and why not get involved? So at our Tuesday meetings, I've always liked to be able to, pass on any information that maybe everybody else isn't aware of that can be passed on, of course. And
it's a good reason to attend the meetings.
Well, and that's it. Like little tidbits here and there, as I say, where they're pretty informal, and then we usually just go around the table to see what everybody else has to offer, and then head out and look at properties then that are new that week for sale, and then we head out and take a look at those and run through a house and. In and out in no time flat, but it's good for people to see.
Doesn't matter. At least you've seen the property.
Well, that's right.
An idea. Yeah.
And then if somebody ever called in and, or popped into the office out of the blue and the listing agent wasn't around, well, then they can, somebody would be able to talk to them. But anyway.
Yeah. I want to go a bit deeper in there, too. In this particular office, which I find it's a great idea, we have some people from the banks come in and talk to us about mortgage rates, changes in the mortgage rules.
Well, there again.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but that's a great idea. You having these people in to talk to the agents. I don't know if every other office does that.
Yeah, I don't know, Bill, and you know what, we do our own thing, so it doesn't matter to me what others do, but I don't, and I get called weekly from, you name it, organizations, and whether it be home inspectors, lenders, or whatever, that want to come in, home stagers that want to come in and talk. Well, I take the approach, I don't want to inundate people and get you as the agents in the office ticked off with me saying like, oh my God, here we go, here's another home stager, or here's another whatever. So I'm selective, I pick and choose, and we have one lender that comes in on a regular basis. Yeah, Lisa O'Grady.
And she's great.
At Scotiabank.
She comes in and explains.
Yeah.
She sits there and takes us through the whole thing and explains it to us, things we wouldn't know otherwise. Well, and the thing is, she's so easy to get a hold of.
Well, and that's it. And that's what we found. And that's why I've had people over the years. But Lisa has stuck with it. She had said that
I admire her for that.
She'll come in. And we've all seen it, Bill, where you get somebody says they're going to come in.
They don't show up.
And then they don't show up. So she shows up on a regular basis, so much so, in fact, I don't know when she is showing up, because she's got, the red carpet's out. She can pop in any time, so it doesn't matter to me. So I've always told her that. And she's fun to be. She's good company. So we do that. And then also one of the lawyers, they've been coming out now.
I'd like to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the other thing. I was going to bring that up. We have some local solicitors come in the office. It's once a month, isn't it?
Yeah, what we've done is...
And they explain, but they go over these things, but they go over old material, but I believe in review. I believe going over this material 100,000 times. So, but they're great. So let's...
Well, and that's it. We've got some people, as you know, that are newer to the business, and when I say newer, I'm still almost referring to some of the people 5 years or so. But I shouldn't say that. But even sooner than that, or less experience. But my approach is when I was talking, it was Doug Walker had contacted me and asked if, hey, we put together these little seminars, can we come out?
And I find them really great.
Yeah, so we've invited them out, and so they come out. Yeah, we're looks like the third Tuesday of every month or whatever, and they have a different topic and that we deal with. That whether it's HST or shoreline, whatever, they're going to touch on everything. And as you never know too much.
I'd like to see them come in.
Yeah.
Forever, like.
Well, and that's the thing.
Because I mean, like the rules are changing constantly everywhere. So yeah, trying to keep up is like.
Yeah.
Is that 90% of the battle? I don't know. Like just trying to keep up with the changes.
Well, just look at every year, even our standard forms. You have to look at the forms on a regular basis, especially this time of year. January, February is all of a sudden when you start seeing, and if you don't pay attention to the information that we receive from UREA, all of a sudden you're going to be looking at an agreement of purchase and sale, and there's new clauses in there. So you have to make sure you pay attention to this stuff. And that's part of my job in their Tuesday meetings, is make sure that everybody's aware of changes, even though you should be doing it on your own, Bill.
I know.
You don't need me to be telling you what to do.
I'm just like an old dog, right? Something like that. Something like that.
That's right.
I don't know.
We just haven't thrown you right to the curb yet.
I know.
That's right.
I don't know why, but like I have no idea why you haven't. But okay, so we're going to stay with the office here because I think this is really unique in this office. I don't know if other offices do it. Let's talk about the steak and beans.